Hey, good morning, Jessica. Well, we've been out here just for a little bit right now, and it looks like that rain that's kind of moving through our area is at least taking a break in this spot. But there is a pretty nice breeze coming off the Atlantic Ocean here, and behind me it's really hard to see, but the surf is pretty rough. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops throughout the morning as Arthur moves closer. Now, as Miles mentioned a little bit ago, the Outer Banks are expected to take the brunt of this storm, the eye of that storm kind of moving closer to the center of it, rather where the heaviest winds are. Over the weekend, though, folks in the Outer Banks were treated to some pretty nice weather, and that was good news for them because Dare and Currituck counties, the communities there on the Outer Banks, they opened up to visitors for the first time really since the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, and we did see some folks in the surf cam on the beach, although they never really reached capacity. Now they have to deal with Tropical Storm Arthur almost as soon as visitors are allowed back into the communities. And we spoke with the mayor of Kill Devil Hills, and he told us, and really everyone who lives in the Outer Banks and is visiting the Outer Banks, do not underestimate this storm.
Because it's not a hurricane, a lot of times people dismiss it. So I, as a public official and as somebody who's lived here for a long, long time, you really have to be careful. We've already seen some rescues just yesterday already, and that will only increase during the day.
And he also wants to remind folks to pay attention to their furniture outside, maybe tie it down or at least put it in a spot where it's not going to blow away and become a hazard in that regard. And even more importantly, just make sure you're not going into the ocean. As you just heard him say, there were some rescues over the weekend already, and there could be some rescues if someone decides to go in when the storm is moving through. So just something to keep an eye on. Now, of course, we're just at the very beginning of Tropical Storm Arthur reaching our area. We're, of course, going to keep an eye on it as it hits in the Outer Banks as well as closer to here